If there were the possibility of a retreat, we would go a whole lot deeper, because that's where the Lord wants us to be. That's why we're here together. I'd like to, a thought has just come into my mind concerning the anonymity of the Spirit of God. As I said, of course, Mary would reflect the anonymity of her spouse. Remember at the Annunciation, she described herself as the handmaid of the Lord. The scriptural meaning of the word handmaid was one who has no identity. That's what the Hebrew word meant, and Mary used it deliberately. One who has no identity except the identity of the one who owns her. Handmaid of the Lord. We are asking to become those who are going to Jesus through the one who had no identity. Are we prepared to lose those aspects of our fallen nature that make us who we are, or we think we are, in our life's journey? What would we look like if we were suddenly able to say, I am the handmaid of the Lord, and Yahweh is the husband of my soul? What would we look like? We would not lose our identity. We wouldn't lose our personality. Some of us may be incredibly comical. Some of us may be very serious. Others may be very intellectual. We would retain those features, but what would happen? We become more of them. We reflect God through them. I've often wondered what God's sense of humour must be like, and then I think, well, everybody who ever laughed from the beginning of time to the end of time, plus more. So, before we say our wee prayer, I'd like to, the litany, I'd like to just say that Kelly has advised me that next weekend, next Monday, this hall is going to be getting prepared for an event on Tuesday. So we can't meet here. So we're going to meet in the wee chapel house. And hopefully it won't be snowing, and I'll be standing out directing all the traffic that's coming this way. So am I pointing in the right direction? Yes. Oh, jeepers.
Yeah, it's next door.
That way?
It's the rectory.
The rectory.
Oh, the
Yes.
rectory.
Yes. So that will be same time, wrong place, we'll be over there. That will also be our last evening together, because the following, the 5th Monday, there is an amazing event happening in the week preceding December the 8th, the Immaculate Conception feast day. In Seekonk, 5 priests are going to be giving talks. Father Chris Burchell, our pastor, is the first one on Monday night. Monday night, Tuesday night, we're a different priest each night. Beautiful speakers. So rather than cause us to have a dilemma as to should I go there or should I go here, I'm going to post the comments and the reflections online. We won't be doing, I'll do a short, very briefly video, because the people who are doing this online can't get to Seekonk. So I'm going to be doing that online for them. And also next week, in case anybody can't make it next week or the following week, let me just say that on the day of the consecration, we will meet up the stairs at 8:45 in this church, at the back of the church, in the hallway, at 8:45. St. Louis de Montfort suggests, firstly, in order to have a conferring of a plenary indulgence on our souls, because we have followed this consecration as well as we can. We must go to confession, first of all. We must receive the Most Holy Eucharist. We will do that during our Mass. Thirdly, we must pray for the intentions of our Pope. Pray religiously for the intentions of our Pope. He also suggests that on the Friday, before our consecration day, we offer a little fast. Now that fast can be a fast from music, it can be a fast from talking, it can be a fast from food, it can be a fast from anything that causes us a wee bit of discomfort to our human being, our flesh. So that we bring our flesh into submission to our souls that day, in preparation for the splendor of Saturday morning, for the consecration. Finally, he suggests two final things. We may want to give alms. If you would like to give a donation to the church, I'll have a wee basket at the church when you arrive. And at the offertory, one of us will process up with the basket and hand it to Father Rochelle. The other thing is that many people love to give a flower to Our Lady on the day of consecration, just to say thank you. But it is the season of Lent, no it's not, it's the season of Advent, and the colour is purple, or lilac. So if you find chrysanthemums or geraniums, not wrong word, purple types of flowers, each person will process up with that gift. Now, you may decide, like 3 years ago, there's a woman who was doing her PhD, studying for her PhD, and it was a struggle for her. She decided to offer her PhD thesis to Our Lady. She completed it, and she walked up and held it aloft and gave it to the priest at La Salette. I wanted to applaud. It was just... Other people decide to put pictures of family members in an envelope and hand it over to Jesus through Mary at the hands of the priest. Because once we hand these over, we no longer have any rights to them. She owns them all. So we can no longer worry about them. We can't phone up and say, did you do what I suggest? No. We get down on our knees and we say, Mother, she's yours, he's yours. I'm worried. I'm hurt. But I give it to you for them. And in your hidden anonymity, she works. And remember, she wears combat boots. She doesn't muck about in her journey towards saving that soul. And I know this is true because I've seen it happening. A soul grasped back at the moment of death. When we make this consecration, we give her everything. We give over all rights to the will of God of everything we own, our health, our finances, our family, our home, everything. It's all hers as of the 8th of December. Are you ready for this? You may want to put a list together and put it in the envelope of the things that you have a hard time letting go of and make it official. Sign it at the bottom and say, this is my contract, Mother. To Jesus, through you, I give you the following. And then you ask for strength to let it all go. And she looks at us with such deep love. So, our summary of each of the days ahead. Monday, this evening. Just wee notes, please feel free to mark these in the booklet. We're on the journey of self-knowledge. What is it that we're unwilling to surrender to God? This is from the Thomas à Kempis reflection for tonight. It's a summary that helps us to focus. What is it that we are unwilling to surrender to God, and why? Day 15. What is it that we are unwilling to surrender to God, and why? And it expands the reflection from Thomas à Kempis for us. Day 16, tomorrow. When you read tomorrow's reading from Thomas à Kempis, you will be, we always are, taken aback by the harshness of his words, which describe us, our fallen nature. So my suggestion is, when we're reading it, remember these words: the heart of Jesus waits to nourish itself on our miseries. The heart of Jesus waits to nourish itself on our miseries by consuming them. Day 17. Day 17 and day 18 are difficult readings from the Gospel. So day 17, this might help us to tighten our understanding of it. To ask God for mercy, he asks us to show mercy to others. To ask God for mercy, he asks us to show mercy to others.